real impacts on real people in this state. And failing to adopt Medicaid expansion will also have real impacts on real people who need help in Ohio. Right now, if you make more than about $10,000 a year, you cannot get Medicaid coverage. If you're making $21,000 or so for a family of 4, you cannot get Medicaid coverage in the state of Ohio. These are people who are working. These are the working poor generally, and they cannot access Medicaid. But these same people often don't have enough money to purchase health care coverage. They can't access Medicaid and they can't get any other coverage. So they put off their care. They wait, even though they're hurting, even though they have health care problems. They put off their care until things get so bad that they have no choice. Then they go to the hospital emergency room, where it costs more for the taxpayers of Ohio and the hospitals to cover them than if they had gotten care when they needed. And their treatment may not be as successful, and in some cases, these folks may not live. The governor proposed expanding Medicaid coverage so that a person could make up to about $15,800, $32,500 for a family of 4. We're not talking about wealthy people here. We're talking about working poor can make a little bit more money, but that has an impact. We're talking 275,000 more people in the state of Ohio would be able to get health care coverage. They'd be able to see a doctor. They'd be able to get preventive care. They'd be able to get that lab test or x-ray that they need to protect their care that they could not get under the current law. Tragically, Republicans in the legislature have taken the Medicaid expansion out of the budget, despite broad bipartisan support for Medicaid coverage, despite the fact that including it in the budget would bring about $13 billion to the state of Ohio. As you will hear shortly, Representatives Carney and Antonio are introducing a bill that will expand Medicaid coverage in Ohio as the governor has proposed. The Democrats in the House support the bill. I believe if it's allowed to come to the floor, it will pass. So my message today is bring it to the floor.